Hello, everybody. This is your humble host, Nathan, which is what I call myself. Thank you all so much for listening to Memingless, where we dismantle memes and other viral nonsense on the internet. You may notice a dip in sound quality in this episode and the past two episodes. That is because we had to record these remotely, and I am hoping we don't have to do this too much more in the future. I will definitely hold off on doing this again for a while because it doesn't meet the sound quality that I prefer to have for this podcast. I do thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the episode because it is still good. And the sound quality, it's not that bad, but it's just not to what I like. So, Bobby.
Yo.
Bobbert De Niro. For this episode, you have an easy job.
All right.
Because there's no visual meme for you to have to explain.
Well, I kind of like that part, though.
Yeah, but this time instead, we have a trending hashtag. Or at least it was trending until very, very recently. There's no visual meme for you to have to describe because we are going over a hashtag. And some very interesting and very funny details are behind what happened.
Okay.
And there's more to this story than people might think. In fact, there's more to the story than people central to the story might realize. But Bobby, are you familiar with the actor Liam Nieson?
Yeah, I think I've heard of that guy. Sounds a little familiar.
Yeah. Well, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is certainly familiar with him. Or maybe he's not. Let's just read.
Kidnapped his daughter, did he?
Let's just read an exchange that happened on Twitter on January 23rd. This is the tweet. If you think a border wall, the exact border wall proposed by the Republicans, would help the situation at the border, then you don't understand the problem and need to delete your Twitter account immediately. To which Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, replied, another Hollywood actor thinking they know what's best for Texas. Listen here, Liam, make like an actor and learn your role and leave dealing with the border to me. So,
Okay.
There's just one small problem. That wasn't Liam Neeson.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, the name on it is Liam Nieson, like the car. This somehow keeps getting better. And the profile picture is a clearly photoshopped image of Liam Neeson smoking a cigarette and wearing those classic meme deal with it pixel sunglasses. So the man who governs Texas fell for a very obvious parody account that doesn't even hide the fact that it's a fucking parody. Shortly after that altercation with Governor Abbott, the Liam Neeson account disappeared from Twitter, or X as some middle-aged adolescents insist on calling it. The parody account was also frequently critical of Elon Musk. So this led to people believing that the altercation with Governor Abbott may have been an excuse for man-baby Elon to ban the account.
Yeah.
Which that line of reasoning seems to make sense. These events gave birth to the hashtag Free Liam Neeson, essentially an online protest to reinstate Neeson's account.
Okay.
Greg Abbott has since deleted his response to Liam Neeson because he got made fun of mercilessly for making the absurd mistake in the first place.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Yet somehow, this story gets even funnier. Apparently, Liam Neeson called out Elon Musk for using fake accounts to compliment himself on his own platform. Here is one example of one of these fake accounts that was allegedly made by Elon Musk. So, Elon Musk tweeted on his own account, "My son Lil X loves clinging precariously to my back and yelling monkey rides." To which this guy, Adrian Dittman, responded, "You're an amazing father, Elon. Your kids are very lucky to have you." Okay, that could be a response from a real person. Elon Musk is a very famous person, and there's probably a lot of people out there kissing his ass.
Oh, yeah.
So Adrian Dittman could be a real person, but who knows? Who knows, right? So
Right.
Let's look at a few more of Dittman's tweets. If you go to Adrian Dittman's account, his pinned tweet, the one that he has pinned to the top of his profile, reads, "It took Boston Dynamics 30 years to achieve what Tesla achieved in one." It's like, okay, all right, well, that's another very generous comment to Elon Musk, but, maybe he's just a fan of Tesla. On February 20th, Dittman posted, a video of a Cybertruck driving through floodwaters. On the 21st, he said that X is where, quote, the very best of humanity can be found. On February 21st, again, Dittman retweeted a post that was in support of X as a platform and touting its importance and defending it. On February 22nd, he posted, quote, how Tesla AI saves lives, along with a video showcasing Tesla's avoiding hitting pedestrians and not driving into rivers. On February 23rd, Dittman posted a quote from Elon Musk, one that's made Elon Musk sound very thoughtful, I guess. If this isn't Elon Musk praising himself, then someone is quite obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say that it's definitely Elon Musk without knowing what Dittman looks or sounds like, because you could be anybody online, you know? Like, I could I could get on and start posting this stuff and try to get people suspicious that I'm Elon Musk, you know? So that's easy, you know? But this idea that Adrian Dittman is Elon Musk has gathered enough muster that it actually has been picked up by news sites and things like that. And so he, in his timeline, he also retweets those, laughing and saying, look at these people coming up with conspiracy theories, you know? So he is vehemently and maybe a little too often denying that he's Elon Musk. But then again, that could be part of the game, you know? Maybe he is trying to get people to think he's Elon Musk.
Could be. He's trying to throw us off.
Yeah. Now, on February 9th, Alex Jones had a Twitter Spaces chat open. Twitter Spaces is this place where you can host like a little chat thing where anybody can come into the Twitter space and you can call on them and have them unmute so that they can chime in, you know, I think you can put I have been in a few of them and you can put like your hand up kind of, and then they'll like unmute you or you ask you to unmute, and then you can put in your 2 cents on whatever they're talking about.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a neat feature. I think it's kind of a cool thing to be able to have those open forum discussions where everybody's able to actually verbally chat rather than just typing things.
Yeah.
Adrian Dittman was in the chat on Alex Jones' show. So, and Alex Jones, he did broadcast this on radio and, you know, posted it online. And I know this because a recent episode of my favorite podcast, Knowledge Fight, covered that episode of Alex Jones' show. And I'm going to play a clip of that Knowledge Fight episode here. And I want you to tell me what you think.
There's a very clear goal that Alex has, and that is that he wants Elon Musk to come on the Twitter space. It's very obvious. So after Brian Krasenstein is on, Alex gets another caller.
Who's up next here, Chase?
One of his kids
Let's
died?
go with Adrian Dittman. Adrian, go ahead and unmute yourself and say what you have to say.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that David Icke, say, complains of, I don't know, being connected to the hive mind, even though he already is. I mean, you're right now speaking to thousands of people simultaneously, which is a selective hive mind.
So is this Elon Musk?
Did Elon just do a fucking sock puppet account?
It sounds identical.
Yeah, that sounded just like him. That was crazy. So, yeah.
That was fantastic. I
Either it's Elon or this Adrian is really going all out to be.
Maybe he does a dead-on impression. I don't know.
That'd be funny.
So Alex Jones becomes convinced that this is Elon Musk, but Dittman continues to deny that he is. And so Jones starts to refer to Dittman again and again as the guy who sounds exactly like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Jones also at one point says that he knows exactly what Elon Musk sounds like because he's been on the air with Elon Musk before. He said that he had a 2-hour conversation with him, and there's, you know, he knows his voice, and he says that he knows this has to be Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But under the insistence of Dittman that he's not Elon Musk, Alex Jones starts to avoid flat out calling him Elon Musk for, you know, a good portion of the conversation. But after that call has finished and Jones gets through the latter hour of his show, this is part of how Alex Jones ended the episode.
space.
All right, look. I'm completely blown away right now. Got the Tucker Carlson interview. You got David Icahn with us. I love David. You got Elon Musk calling in. That was Elon Musk.
So Alex Jones is certain that this is Elon Musk. he's fully convinced. Accusations of Ditman being a burner account for Elon Musk have circulated online and even some news articles, but Elon Musk denies being Ditman. And they have done a live Twitter Spaces conversation together, wherein at some points they're both talking at the same time, which some people claim that it essentially proves that Ditman and Musk are two different people. But both Ditman and Musk are obsessed with AI, and a conversation like this could easily be faked with or without it, especially if you have resources like Elon Musk does.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be impossible. He could do that.
Yeah, but, there is some debate. So the idea that Liam Nieson was kicked off Twitter because he exposed Musk's burner account is just a theory that people were going on. And on February 19th, Neasin made a post on Blue Sky. And he said, Elon didn't ban me. I left because of creepy-ass threats. You can tell everybody that. This part's not really important. But he says, now if you'll excuse me, I gotta buy some McNuggets and love my life. So, so even according to Liam Nieson, he left Twitter by his own choice. That doesn't mean that he was wrong about the alleged burner account, but others were wrong about Neason being banned. And the creepy-ass threats that Liam Neeson is referring to, they weren't just creepy. They were attempting to dox him dox the person behind the account.
Yeah.
Because in a Twitter Spaces conversation, Ditman asked the chat if they could identify who Neeson is. Yeah. And according to Neeson, he was receiving DMs from people who, quote, knew some personal info nobody should have known. So leaving the platform was pretty understandable.
Yeah, I'd do the same thing. Yeah, just shut that down and move on.
Yeah. So like our meme today, the hashtag Free Liam Neeson. The initial vexation behind it was from an accusation that Elon Musk had banned Liam Neeson. But even Neeson himself says that that was not true. So, if based on the initial reason, this is a meaningless meme. But going forward, he essentially might as well have just been banned anyway because he was being harassed by people on Elon Musk's platform. It's kind of unfortunate. And it's kind of gross that people were behaving that way.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, he's just kind of goofing around. He wasn't doing anything nasty, and these people are harassing him and making his life difficult.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
I mean, he was making real accusations, and his account's kind of like a protest account as well. He posts a lot of like left wing stuff. He referred to the atmosphere on Twitter as being. He kind of seemed to think it was like hostile and terrible, and it kind of is. And he basically called all the Elon Musk hive mind people Nazis. So he was serious a lot of the time.
Oh.
He just had a joke account, But yeah, that was. I thought that was interesting. I mean, this is a short little episode, but it made me chuckle a lot when I was learning about it. Especially with the whole, like, Ditman sounding exactly like Elon Musk. And he even talks like Elon Musk, like, uses the same types of words, and even talks about the same subjects as Elon Musk. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. And
maybe Elon has made a clone of himself.
And they joked about that in their conversation when they talked on Twitter Spaces, and people do joke that Ditman is a clone of Elon Musk, but I don't know one way or the other how I'd be able to tell for certain that it's Elon, but it really feels like it, because all this guy does is sing Elon's praises, and he sounds exactly like him. But Dan Friesen from Knowledge Fight made a good point when he said that what he believes is the most likely explanation for Ditman is that he already sounds like Elon Musk, and he's just leaning into it,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so that seems like a likely scenario. And he does, his cadence is a little bit different than what Elon's normally is, but if you're trying to disguise yourself as a different person, you're probably going to be in like character, you know? So you might be talking differently anyway. But it's really hard to say. I, at first, was 100% convinced that it was Elon Musk. Now I'm not as sure. But because the main thing that gives me doubt is, why would he keep pushing it after people are accusing him of being the same person and like making himself look more guilty, you know?
Yeah.
It's I don't know. His responses to it, and then also, why would he go on the radio without disguising his voice, you know? It's
Maybe he just thinks it's funny.
yeah, I mean and like maybe Elon's just pulling a big troll, you know. Who knows? Who knows for sure? But yeah, I thought that was pretty comical. So what do you think?
I don't know. Some people just don't have enough time or enough stuff to do to keep themselves occupied.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Some people just end up with too much free time on their hands, and yeah, I don't know. If this is all fake, you know, then Elon did go through the trouble of faking a conversation between him and Dittman, you know. And when I listened to it, it's Dittman sounding more like Elon Musk than Elon Musk in that conversation did, and all Elon's doing is just laughing his ass off the whole time, and he can't stop laughing just because. And his reasoning, he says, is because, oh my God, you sound so much like me. But it goes on for several minutes, and he's still losing his mind. And yeah, he's high a lot of the time, so maybe he just had the giggles or whatever. But it's a weird conversation, in my opinion. But then again, with Elon Musk, it's always a weird conversation.
Yeah, drugs or not, he's just kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Of course, if I had $1 billion or whatever, I'd probably be a little odd too.
Oh yeah. And I certainly, if I were one of the richest and most powerful people on the planet, I'd probably get bored, and I'd probably try to find ways to prank humanity, you know, just see how much entertainment I can get out of it. Like one day I got a text message, like from somebody I never talked to, and it was a company saying that they had been looking over my application and asked if I was still interested. And it was a place I'd never applied to. But I responded as if I was the person that they were talking to, and because I wanted to see where I could get the conversation going, you know. And then
you might have got a better job. You never know.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I doubt it. There was also another time when I got a text message from a storage company thinking I was some random person. It was a girl's name. He was saying that, you're 2 months behind on payment, and normally we don't let it go for this long without, forcing it open and getting rid of the items inside. And he goes, but I want to give you a break or whatever, And so I responded with, how much more would I have to pay to live in a storage unit? And then he responded saying, like, oh my God, you're so funny. Still thinking I was this girl. Mm-hmm. And then proceeded later on. I kept the conversation going as long as I could, like days. I went randomly text this guy for days. And he ended up starting to hit on me thinking I was this girl. And I'm like, okay, this guy's problematic. There's an issue here. He's hitting on one of his customers,
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.